Episode 2. Alright, I yapped way too much last episode, so we'll just get straight into it. 50 maps worth of scarabs for the Divination card farming strategy. Yes, I have a 6 slot map device. No, I won't be using it. Killed Maven 10-way last episode, so I'm allowing myself to use 5 slots. Super simple Atlas tree. All ritual nodes apart from this big boy at the top here. Eater altars in case you get a divine altar. Just scarab nodes and some map chants. Quick overview of the strategy. I got this strat from a video made by this guy. I'll link that video down in the description. I used 200 scarabs, 600 C in total. Didn't chisel because I'm poor, but you probably should do that. Didn't use any Kirat crafts. More pack size the better. I ran on Mesa and Jungle Valley for the no boss altars, and I really like the layout. When the Eater altar spawn, click basic currency dupe, only if the downside is doable. Kill the boss first if you want the Eater altars, and do the rituals in order of what had the most amount of mobs that drop stacked decks. For the ritual rewards, I just deferred splinters and any other good shit, and only purchased it when I didn't have enough to reroll or I couldn't defer anymore. The strategy is much better on 8-mod maps with really high pack size, so refer to the video that I linked of the original strategy if you want to do a proper version of the strat. Time to check how much money we have before we start. $2.9 divines. Alright. Yes. What the fuck? Bro, what? 50 maps done. Decent amount of stacked decks. Average about 29 or 30 per map. Pretty decent. Let's see what the Exile has to say. Yeah, plus 94 divines, but that's not right. Yeah, my bad. I took out the unrequited love and the brother's gift. So let's do that again. $36 divines. Not bad. Not bad at all. Now, in terms of these two massive outliers, I am just going to put them into this tab with the 8 divines that I got from the divine altar, because that's just unethical, and it would be fucking boring if I decided to use that amount of currency from the one strategy. Slow sold the big stuff while I ate dinner, and then I'll just liquidate the rest. Sold everything that I can be bothered to sell. 29 div, almost 2.1k chaos. Not bad. If you ran this on 8-mod maps and used all 5 divination scarabs, and you had a build that could click all the basic currency dupe altars, you'd make a lot more money than I did. And notable drops. A fractured cobalt jewel with crit multi and maybe 3 div. Hateful accuser, like 30c, and then obviously screaming invitation, which is like 70c or something. And this synthesized weapon, which I thought was just cool because I'm pretty sure if it was on a wand or something, it would actually be worth some money. Quickly just go over the gear that I purchased with the money. Bought the weapon for 9 divines, boots for 70 chaos, gloves for a divine, yoke for 1 divine, and wasted 400 chaos on catalyst. Ring 50c, belt 100c, this cluster 5 divines, ancestral vision 60c, timeless jewel for 3 divines, gives crit multi, crit chance, and 1 rage on hit. 6 link body armor was 30c, and then used like a divine worth of chaos resistance essence and just settled on it. And then these 2 jewels for 1 divine each, and the shield for 1 divine, and just threw a couple essence on it. Taming and heat shiver were from when I fucked up the build earlier. New strat, Harbies. So all Harby nodes, map effect nodes, all the map chance nodes. Not running singular focus this time. Blue altars and some scarab chants. Gonna run these on Mesa this time because it drops the fortress map and the fortunate card, so that should add up. Okay, and before we start the Harby strat, we have 9.6 divines. Alright. Alright, all investment is here. All scarabs, all chaos used for the Harbinger mech craft. Quick overview of the strat. Per map I used 2 regular Harby scarabs and then 1 of each of the others. I used the Kirak Harby craft for 3C. Maps were actually chiseled this time. In total it was 1140 chaos investment. I got the strat from this beast. What I did was I rushed the Mesa boss, then I went back and took the mirror, then you clear the map and kill all the Harbies. Be ready for a shit ton of clicking, so make sure you get a decent filter. I just used Neversink's very strict preset. Check out the full video guide for more in-depth description. $50 maps done, and this is how the stash is looking afterwards. 180 annuls, almost 1,000 chaos, decent amount of raw divine drops, 2 fracturing orbs, 18 fracturing shards. Can't complain. And according to Wealthy Exile, we made $57 divines. Shit, that's not bad. Again, just some notable drops. 15 fortunate cards. A couple cluster jewels, I didn't really pick them up, to be honest. Like, maybe 20C in those. The Screaming Invitation that dropped. Got a decent amount of Deli Orbs and 4 Simulacrums. Most of the big boys sold off there. Sold most of what I can be bothered to sell. Didn't sell these 5 T17 maps, just again because I can't be bothered to sell them right now. So 51 Div, 1.2k Chaos, happy as. Didn't really spend much money at all. Bought this new shield, bought the base for 3 Divines, and then just used Greed Essence until I got Ailment Avoid. So now I'm completely Elemental Ailment immune, so that's always nice. With that, I think that's the end of this episode. Till next time. GG.